Hey guys, check out this koala cake that I made. So first I start by printing the koalas, and this matches the invitation perfectly. I just print it on regular paper and then I trace it onto a piece of gum paste. And right now I'm using the side of the Dresden tool that's sharp, and I go over all the little marks that I want to make sure I paint. I'm using poppy paint. I line my paint palette with plastic wrap so that it's easy cleanup. And now I'm just going over all the little indentions that I did make with the Dresden tool. I'm painting light gray and dark gray. So there's a koala and a baby koala, and it's sitting on like a branch. So I'm just making sure that I paint all of those details. Some of the details I just looked at the piece of paper and then kind of just mapped out where like the eyes and nose are. And then I just go over and I continue painting the whole thing until I like how it looks. I move on to painting the branch, and this is just with a brown, and then I'm adding some spots like I see in the invitation. That was the invitation right there. Now we're going to move on to the cake. These are my vanilla cake layers. I'm adding a dam of my vanilla buttercream, and this just keeps your filling in place so it doesn't leak out of the side of the cake. I'm adding Bavarian cream filling, and this is from 50 Express. You can get it at Baker's Bodega Express online. And then I add some fresh berries. I have some cut up strawberries and some blueberries here. This combination is really delicious. So after I do this for all of the layers, I add the top layer of cake, and then I'm going to start adding my buttercream, and this is for the crumb coat, and then I pop it in the fridge to chill for a bit. Now moving on to the bottom tier, this is a chocolate cake. I lay down my cake, and then I add the dam of my vanilla buttercream, and this is so that delicious strawberry filling does not leak out. I add sliced strawberry filling. This is also from 50 Express. You can get at Baker's Bodega Express in Baldwin Park. So I add that first before adding my strawberry buttercream filling. And after that, I add the top cake, and then I give it a good crumb coat. I pop that in the fridge. And then when that came out, I was able to add my dowels. You can see those 4 dowels there on the top there. And I'm painting it with an ivory gel food coloring. And I'm just going around in circles so that it looks like the top of a tree stump. And now I have a tree bark mold here. I lay that down first, and then I add the fondant, and I'm kind of adding it in sections, you can see here. And then I'm going in with a Dresden tool just to try to make this seamless, and then I'll use the mold again and press that on top. And then you really can't tell where I joined the pieces together. So I'm using a bowl tool just to bring out a little bit of that bark there, just to make it more realistic. And then I start painting it with some brown petal dust along the top and the bottom, and this just brings this tree stump cake to life. And I just go around the whole thing. And then after I get all that dusted, I'm able to stack the top tier. So I'm just holding the top tier with a dowel. I use my edible glue to attach the little koalas that we painted. I let them dry for a little bit, and then I added those to the cake. And then right now I'm just making the little leaves that come off of that branch that the little koalas are on. I'm using green wafer paper, and then I add my edible glue to the bottom of that wafer paper, and then I add a floral wire. And then I'm just going in here and painting it with some green poppy paint, and then I'm dusting it with some green petal dust. And I just let those dry. You want to make sure those dry until they're not sticky anymore. And then after that, you can insert them into your cake. I needed pliers to help me, so I just added them. And then for the bottom tier on the tree stump, I wanted to add the baby's name. This is my nephew, Rylan. I'm adding his name, which I just wrote on a piece of paper in cursive. I cut it out with scissors, and then I'm going to use this as a little guide of where to cut. I'm using a Penblade. You can find these in my Amazon shop. I'll put a link in the description. So you just go around the whole name. Make sure you get those little tiny crevices in between the letters. All of them have it except for the N. Make sure you cut those centers out. And then after you have everything cut out, I like to lay the name down on some parchment paper. I use Zenlogy parchment paper. And then I'm painting it with edible gold bling highlighter from Pepsi Cakes. It's a powder, and then I just mix it with Everclear. After I added the name, I added this cute little old baby topper, and this is how it came out. I hope you enjoy.